Howdy, howdy. How are you doing? Hello, Coconut Beats. I hope that where's a little bug flying? I turned the light on so I could have a little lighting. I have been busy, busy, busy. I'm actually 6 minutes late, aren't I? But that's okay. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Um, it's funny. All these sellers and everybody disappear, and all of a sudden they all hit you back at once. All in the last hour and a half. Got WhatsApp going, got two different emails going. Whew, it is busy, busy, busy. I didn't check. I think the mic ought to be working. Audio, check one, two. Yep, I see little green lines on there. Little green men sitting around my den. So, what do you do with everything that you are you getting some of that dust that's up in the DFW? Oh man, no. Well, the field when you start heading out of this town, the field across the highway, the interstate there, you could see the dirt in it, but it wasn't bad anywhere else. Mike, sounds good. Good deal. I hope positioning in it right there, it'll work out and won't be cutting in and out and everything. Oh, we had some. I honestly don't know how high the winds were. Um, let's see. Did I save that picture? I think I did. Where is my pictures? No, I don't want that. Hello, Tim. Well, anyway, it was the wind was strong enough to flip a storage building over, and there was a couple of people that had posted on Facebook that they was driving down 287, and one of them, I don't know really what you call it, kind of where the beside the windshield, between where the door shuts and the windshield, where the roll bar is, that little molding. It was on a Ford Explorer, I think. Apparently, it came loose and flew off. Somebody else posted. I think it's the Fords that around on the pickups around the fender wells. They have that plastic molding. They said that flew off of theirs. But I don't know. It's been horrible. Saw pictures of there was one people, and I know couldn't have water in it, but it was a swimming pool. It was laid up over their fence and over into the neighbor's fence. The wind was horrible here. I think Tim said earlier they're getting it up there now, so I don't know. Anyway, so turn that. I think I turned that phone down. Got a new cover, screen protector on it. The other day I got it at Best Buy. Well, you can't really see it, but when you get it, just oh yeah, you can see it right there. See right there. When I originally bought the screen protector, if you get it at Best Buy, they'll replace it, and if it gets a chip in it. I went a couple of years, and then I had a chip in it. I went up there the other day to get it replaced, but you can rub your finger right across there, and it's gone. But I haven't had any sunlight on it. I need to take out some trash, so I'll find out shortly. Just open the door and throw it. Oh, it died down. That's good. It was awful here. The landlord came over today and he helped me flip it over, and I don't know. It's iffy. He said something about trying to put some screws back in it, and he didn't really care what I did with it, and blah blah blah. And then he had his phone out looking at Lowe's at the storage building. So I don't know if he's going to buy a new storage building or what. There's about $600. The one that I had was a 10 by 12. I told him, I said, a 14 by 20 would fit on there great because of that slab. He said, oh, yeah. I said, I'm just joking. An 8 by 10 would suit me just fine. but it definitely is going to have to be screwed down. I told him I had an opportunity to do a review on one last month, and I checked with them again, and they've already found somebody to do the review. So I had no idea I was going to be needing a storage building because they are not easy to put up. Tim, you probably put one up. I don't know if anybody else has put one up, but they're a pain. All the little screws, even that little one that I did over at Emily's a couple of years ago, that one was a pain. Excuse me. I had some chips and dip in here, and I was trying to eat because I thought, well, I'll eat something before the live. But then I've got 3 people on WhatsApp now, and then 2 different email accounts, and they've all been hitting me. I built a shed from scratch, designed it myself. You know, that's one thing he mentioned. He said, I wonder how much it would cost to build one out of wood. You know, just build it yourself, not a kit. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Hello, Lisa. How you doing? I am doing okay. Hope you're having a good night. It's been a busy one for about the last hour and a half. I had some review. I did do 2 security cameras earlier, and I sold, which kind of made me think about what tonight's video is going to be. I sold the plant stand that I had still in the box, but anyway, between messing with that shed and then I had to get everything back in there, and of course one of the doors is, I had to put, when I moved in over here, I had to put the doors on there, and one of them kind of rigged it to where it would sort of slide, but it's trashed now. So one side's open and one side's closed. And as long as we don't get, if we have light rain and it's coming straight down, it'll be okay. But if we have a heavy rain and got some wind in it, it's got gaps in the ceiling or the roof of it, and the sidewall is like bent up, you know. And I did get a strap and ratcheted it down all the way across it. And there was a bolt on the concrete. There used to be a storage building, a big shop, and I guess they had metal bolts in the concrete. But I put the loop or the hook around one of those, and I went across the storage building and then connected it to my neighbor's fence. So hopefully that'll hold it down. I don't think it would pull their fence up. The posts seem like they're concreted in. So it should, and I bowed the fence just a little bit, but looking at their fence, they're probably not too worried about it. Anyway, hope you're doing good. I'm good. In bed, I have an early breakfast order. Oh, cool. You need what I call the ground anchor. Yeah, look them up. Write that down. Yeah. I lived temporarily in an RV. It was me and my daughter and my grandson when he was a baby. But the trailer house stakes, I know you know what they are. They're about 3 foot long. They're a pain to put in, but you get a cable on that and it ain't going nowhere. I had one on each, the rear bumper had a square tubing, had one on each end and then one on the tongue of that RV. It wasn't going nowhere. The frame wasn't anyway. The shell might, but yeah, that would be a little too much overkill for a little storage building. But I guarantee you, if you strap that thing down, it ain't going nowhere. But yeah, people doing their, and you may not have time for it either, Tim, because there's a lot of different things that we can do, but just don't have the time. But as far as like doing reviews and stuff, selling the stuff, I know a lot of people are like, they save it and they do this and they do that. And I unless it pays $500, I don't fool with it. I don't know anybody personally, and maybe some are making it, but I don't personally know anybody that makes that kind of money. Most all these sellers will pay you between 25 and $100. I think 150 is the most I've ever made. The Neporo, those rechargeable light bulbs, they paid 75. The rest of them are 20 to $50. Most of them are 20 to 25. But if it's a product like earlier, I'm getting a, what do you call it? It's a platform. If you watch TikTok, Emily said they've been advertising them on TikTok. It's just a short scaffold, and it goes from 14 inches to 21 inches, and and it's not going to pay a commission, but it's a relatively easy review, and that I guarantee you will sell on Marketplace or at the flea market. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about getting into the reviews, or you do reviews, sell that stuff. No, I mean, yes, try to make what you can on compensating you for your time and effort, but just remember, don't turn something down that's good. Now, there was another item that was offered to me earlier. It was like a little duffel bag. It was like 5 foot long, like 10 by 10. It was $12.99 on Amazon. You're not going to make any, unless you need it, you're not going to make any kind of commission off that. Even if they sold 100 of them under your link or your video, you're not going to make much, because the total cost is $12.99. And that's why exactly they asked me why I wasn't interested, and I told them it's a low cost product. You can't make any money doing that, and I've got too many other things that I can make some good commission on, or decent commission. That you got to allot your time. You don't want to fool with $12.99 product when you got a $79 or $159 product. You want to do the higher price products, and keep in mind you got to sell it. And if that thing costs $12.99, what are you going to get for it? $10. The knife sharpener I did the other night, it was $19.99 on Amazon. Now it's 60% off, making it $7.98, and I don't even think it's worth that personally. But I'll probably give it to the Goodwill or throw it in the trash. It's not very good. I'm not doing those kind of reviews yet. No one sends me anything. Well, when you get ready, I've got a list. I've got some people that looking for people. I got people looking for people, and I think you do a good job. So let me know. Yeah, but this one is. I tried to sharpen my pocket knife on it. Granted, it was dull, but it had a scissors sharpener, and you got to like put your scissors in there and kind of squeeze and pull it out. You couldn't pull it out. It wouldn't slide. Now, there might be a learning curve to it, but this one was pretty cheesy. It was probably $1.99 on Temu. I don't know. When the weather finally breaks for a good, I can finish rebuilding my deck. Then I'll be ready. I've used those sharpeners for years. Well, I'll show you. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Let me right back. Oh. I got sent a treadmill about, let's see, in October. They asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, no, I'm not interested. It was just a flat treadmill. It wasn't the kind that's got the handle on it, so when you start to fall off of it, you can grab it. I didn't want anything to do with it. I said, no, thank you. It came in a couple of days ago. I have that exact one you do. No. Oh, you've got this one? I guess you saw the review on it. I mean, it looks good. And like I said, it may be a learning curve. You can see up in there, it may be a learning curve how to do those scissors. I couldn't get the scissors to go. You know, it took me a while to get an edge on my pocket knife. Granted, it was dull because I used it to cut cardboard with, but I had done an electric knife sharpener, I guess about a year ago. That was a good one. You can just, I mean, and it got an edge on it quick. This one, not so much. Like I said, it may be a learning curve. They're $7.98 on Amazon now. They're 60% off. But anyway. Well, I'm sorry. Now I feel bad if you got the same exact one. It is high quality merchandise. No, I don't know. It's seriously a learning curve to do scissors. I had to Google it and watch some videos on how to use them because I thought maybe I'm using them wrong. Because if you just open them up and slide them through there like a regular knife, it does fine. But it's not there is no directions. That's it. It's just that. There's no directions, no nothing. I mean, this is all you get. That's your directions. But I made it. I almost didn't put it on my YouTube channel. I didn't know it was already, it may not, was it out already? I've got stuff scheduled for a couple of days, but I don't remember what is scheduled. There's videos, content. No, it's scheduled to come out tomorrow, so I haven't done it yet. Read it probably on Amazon. I did do a desk last night. Oh, that was the easiest to put together easiest piece of furniture I've ever put together. It had two legs on each side and a rod, square tubing across right underneath the tabletop, and then one about a third of the way down. And that was it. It was easy. And it was a pretty nice desk. I don't know. I don't really have a need for it, but it will be for sale. I lost my affiliate thing on Amazon. I won't start it back up until I'm doing reviews again. Yeah. Google Translate. I use Google Translate a lot. There's a couple of people that they'll leave a comment on one of the reviews, and I always, some of it I have to use the dialect where Google will select the dialect because I don't know what it is. And they're legit comments, So I figure I'll do what I can and translate it back to them. But yeah, all this stuff that, there's really no use in letting it pile up like I do in there. Be trying to sell it, make that money. And I was going to just start telling everybody I'm not doing a video for under $50 for each video. But then I thought about it and I thought, you don't want to limit yourself. Because like that little platform thing, where is that? Um, mhm. uh, can you share the same? Oh man, I got tabs open all over the place. I bet it won't let me share screen. Oh yeah, yeah. Amazon Loyota platform. There it is. Yeah, you know, 159.99 got a $40 coupon, so it's 119. You can sell that thing for $75, and you know, if you was painting a house or doing some sheetrock work, that would be great. But you know, you might as well go ahead, and that one's not paying a commission, so you might as well try to sell it. Plus, you're going to earn commissions off Amazon if somebody will buy one. And even if they don't buy one, that's the cool thing about Amazon and the affiliate links. Even if they don't buy that particular product, if they go somewhere else within 24 hours and buy something else, you'll still get credit for it. Not every single thing, but the majority of things. I do. Sometimes I do a look at the monthly sales. I was surprised at how many sales that my links generate. It just amazes me. But a majority of them is not even, I don't even know what they are. It's stuff that somebody's went off, you know, you they might have watched a video on a knife sharpener and then went and bought some Depends diapers, but I'll get the commission on the Depends diapers. I don't care. Money's money. Got to make it. Yeah, it's supposed to be cold this weekend, and Bowie is this weekend. The flea market that we go to. Uh, 40, I believe it's 48 degrees Saturday. But Sunday's going to be nice, but you got to go Saturday in order to be able to go Sunday. Bowie, Texas, Saturday, 47 and rain. But Sunday is supposed to be sunshine at 60. 60 is not real warm, but with the sunshine, it should be just fine. Yeah, 24 hours. Yep. So where you would really make some money, and I know a lot of the big YouTubers that do reviews, you start getting into the computers and the Canon cameras and Nikon cameras, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 cameras. Start doing reviews on stuff like that, then you're going to make bank on affiliate links and stuff like that. But I don't, I don't know enough. I know enough with my camera. I know enough to use it, but to make a review on it, you know, that thing, it's like Windows on computers. I know what I need to know to get done what I need to get done. There's a bunch of other stuff that computer is capable of doing. I don't know how to do it. Just like my Canon camera, it will do stuff that I don't. That's amazing. I have no idea because I don't need it. Therefore, I don't use it. So it's another day. It's 77 degrees next Wednesday. That's about right. But it's that roller coaster. But you know what? You know what next month is? It's getting into the severe weather time of the year. But I do have a cellar, which I would probably never use. The only way I would use that cellar is if there was a tornado within an eighth of a mile and I didn't have time to get out safely. I'm not going to, if the tornado's heading this way, I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to boogie. But there comes a time when it's too late for that. Then I would get in the cellar. I don't like that idea, but you know, when you really have to and you got no choice, I would. I think I've been in a cellar one time, and that was out at Lake Arrowhead when I was at my parents', me and my kid's mom. I don't remember if they were, well, they had, yeah, Caleb had to have been born because we lived, yeah. But anyway, me and my wife then, we was like half in the cellar and half out. And my parents and the neighbors, they were down in the cellar just talking and stuff, you know. But they kept their cellar real clean and everything. Mine, not so much. I still don't know why they don't have metal grates over the openings of that cellar. When I start mowing, I'm going to have to make sure I'm blowing the grass away from there. And I'm bad because I like mowing in strips. I'm Felix Ungar. I like mowing in lines. It just looks better. Have you ever been in a tornado? No, not really. In '79, I was here. I was 14, but we lived right on the edge of Wichita Falls. But I mean, I seen the destruction. I heard it, and you could see the shingles and everything. And one of the people, the older people, look at all the people flying in the air. It was shingles and stuff and roofs. You know, I seen all that flying, and then I seen a body laying up on the overpass when we came into town, because my dad was on the volunteer fire department, so we kind of come in on the backside of town to head over to his mother's house. But going through town, you saw a lot of things, things that you won't forget. But, you know, that's part of life. But no, I've never actually been in a tornado. You know, everybody says they sound like a train coming through and everything shakes and rattles. I have lived in a trailer house, and you can feel it shaking with high winds, but no tornado, which straight line winds can be just as bad. About 4 years ago, we had straight line winds that took out Little Caesar's Pizza. It put the roof of it over on the strip club behind it. It took out a wall of an apartment complex. It leveled a couple of big buildings, and it was straight line winds, is what they said. But you know, you got something no matter where you live. West Coast tornadoes, earthquakes. Down south, you got hurricanes. East, you got, I guess, hurricanes and tornadoes. It's just pick your demon, which one. Of course, West Texas, they've been having some earthquakes too lately, but nothing like California. Anyway, yeah, I might would change. I don't know if I was in a tornado, I might would change my mind about getting in the cellar. But I mean, they've been right up to me, but never a direct hit. You know, when I was younger in high school, we would chase tornadoes out where us country boys jumping in somebody's pickup, off we would go. And sometimes we'd cut across fields trying to catch it, and just following it, not getting in it, but just following it. You only have snow. Well, it is getting that time of the year, though. I'm not opposed to getting. That's what I said. I would get in that cellar if I had no choice, but it would have to be heading right at me. I just don't like being in. I like seeing. I love storms. Now, I know some of them are deadly, but I really enjoy storms. You know, just got to pay attention to them, and a little experience of watching them and chasing them goes a long ways, and don't get yourself in a bad situation. Learn to recognize what hell shafts are and everything else, and then you'll be all right. Anyway, oh, I did. Of course, I made them smaller, made QR codes for some of the products. That which, if you're going to like do flea markets and things like that, some of your bigger products, like that wheelchair I've got, and little cooktop stove, and just little things you can make QR codes. I thought about that last week, and of course I reprinted them because that's really big. I have a label maker, and I couldn't get the label maker to work right. It was leaving a strip right here, and that won't scan. I don't know. I don't know. I've got another label maker that's supposed to be coming in. I may do away with this one and use it. I don't know yet. We'll see. Have plenty of humidity. Whoever needs some. No, I know that part of Texas, and I lived down at Gulfport, Mississippi for this is the summer. Man, I tell you what, you could take a shower in the morning, and even if you dry off, by the time you walk from the front door out to the work truck, you're wet again. It was horrible. I don't like that humidity. But I definitely don't like the cold. I get cold. I still got my lav mic on. Every once in a while, I'll go to the store and forget to have it on. I'll be walking through the grocery store. That was weird. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Kind of sounded like a cat growling. Might have, I don't know what it was. I don't see no cats out there. It was a little cat that came across. I was looking out the window earlier. Its legs were about that long. They're 3 inches long. Big, fat, fluffy body, but its little old legs were about that long. I thought it just looked like it was scooting along the ground. I was like, what in the world is that? Because it came from there's a vacant house across the catty corner to me. I was like, what is that? When I got closer, I was like, that's a cat, but it's little bitty stub legs. I never seen a cat like that. Anyhow. Not everybody talk at once. Um, I've got. I was trying to think of what else I got to do. Oh, a headlamp. I've got to do a headlamp by the weekend. I got 2 security cameras done earlier. I have to edit them, and one of them I'm going to give to my next door neighbor. This is a nice young couple. They're probably in their early 20s. He's Air Force, and they got a little baby. We was talking about cameras one day, and they said that they was looking to get one. I said, I review them fairly regularly. I said, next time I get one, y'all can have it. So one of them runs off of a solar panel, the other one runs off of a power cord. I'll just let them. The one run off solar panels like $99. The one that runs off the power is $39. But honestly, that $39 one, it worked better than the solar panel one. But I'll let them have whichever one they want. Do you keep one of those lawnmowers that you did a review on last summer? No. No, I wish I would have. Oh, you're letting others catch up. Yeah, I wished I would have. I keep putting the feelers out there and telling these different sellers and agents that if they run across a mower, I could use one. I do have an electric rototiller now, though. But I was thinking about planting some jalapeno plants and some. I don't like tomatoes, but I like hot sauce, and you have to have tomatoes to make hot sauce. So I was going to plant like some Romas or something, but I Googled it, and you can't. And the front of my house stays shaded because this is not pine country, but there's 3 huge pine trees out in my front yard. And they give shade. The carport gives a little shade. And then the way right now, anyway, and I know the sun's going to change a little bit, but I have a feeling this dirt out in front of my porch is going to be shaded all the time, or pretty much all the time. And they say jalapenos need 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight to grow good. They won't flower if they're growing. They'll grow, but they won't flower and make peppers, is what they said on Google. So I may just throw some flower seeds in there. And there was some kind of flowers. I don't remember if it was chrysanthemum, however you pronounce that. I don't remember if it was them or something else that grows in the shade. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Hello, Alex. Boy, y'all just riding together and showed up at the same time. Oh man, I've slowed down for a minute, and I jumped over on your live earlier. I was been flipped the storage building back over, got the stuff put back in it, then started trying to do 2 security camera reviews, and then about, I don't know, 6:30, I come in here to sit at the desk, and all these, I'm getting emails. I got 3 different people on WhatsApp now, not just my China dolls, but 2 others, and then two different email accounts, and they're all hitting me at once. And I didn't even start the live till like 6 or 7 after. Oh, anyhow, it's been a busy day. Oh, look at that Walmart Spark Ambassador, Steve. Oh, is Steve doing Walmart? Oh. I asked, and I know you were busy, but I asked a DoorDash question earlier because I hadn't done DoorDash in a long time, but I did do one last week or the week before. Tim is a DoorDash ambassador. But almost every one of the DoorDash orders were stacked. They all had 2 orders, all but like 2 or 3 of them. And one of them was a Whataburger order for like $6. And as soon as I completed it, boom, it jumped to $17. But most all the other orders were stacked orders. And, used to when I was doing it a lot more often, it was single orders, and you was hoping to get a stacked order from somewhere else, but they were only paying like $4 and $7 for like 4 drops. You 2 different restaurants. Some of them was the same restaurant with 2 different drops, and I thought that's ridiculous. No wonder I quit doing DoorDash and only did Spark. But Spark was dead a week before last. It's starting to pick up a little bit, but I think I know why. I'm not going to say nothing yet, but we'll see. Oh yeah, Steve knows all there is to know about Spark. Huh. All right, here's a quiz question. How long does it take on average to do a curbside pickup? On average. There's a lot of people that apparently do not understand that. that would be that would be good. 38 minutes wouldn't be bad if you could actually do that, but here you're not going to do it. You're looking at 50 minutes to an hour from the time you accept the order to the time the order is complete. Um, I see so many people jumping on them $7 and $9 and $12 orders. I'm like, that is what you're going to be making per hour. That to me, that's the rule of thumb. Whatever that curbside is, consider that how much you're making an hour. Probably a little less because you're wear and tear and gas and all that, but and shopping orders, yeah, you can do them 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. You can probably do three, well, I hate to say 3.5, but within 3 hours, you can do one, two, three, probably four. Well, no, more than that. Sometimes you can get about two shopping orders an hour to an hour and a half, give or take, unless they're like going long ways. When I did Spark Ride-alongs, I told people accept an order that's paying as much as you want to earn. That's it. That's the rule of thumb to me. Anybody that asks me, that's what I tell them. Whatever that curbside offer is how much you're going to make an hour on average. And there used to be a lady here. Oh, I can do 3 curbsides in an hour. I'm like, bull. There ain't no way. Even that was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Even then, there wasn't no way you could do it. If they were standing outside to load your car, as soon as you pulled up, and it was within a half a mile of the Walmart, maybe. And that was when you was doing one drop. You was doing one drop per curbside. It only, in all reality, you're only adding about 10 or 15 minutes to add 2 more stops because usually they're going to pretty close to the same area. I think it's ridiculous to have that many, but 2 would be better. But back when I started, it was 1, and it was most all the orders are around $20 for one drop. It'd take you 45 minutes or so. Not no more. I was tight with all the loaders at one location. I could do 2 per hour if I was lucky. Yeah. If you're like, it can, that's why I say it can be done, but on the average, you're looking at an hour. That was the location I bought all the loaders pizza on Thanksgiving Eve. I remember that one time you was talking about taking your grill up there and cooking hot dogs and stuff. It's funny because the main Walmart in Wichita Falls, I don't work out of that one now because I live closer to the other one. But it has, for this last week, it has had a ton of orders. And granted, a lot of them are low ball orders or offers, but it's like they lost their drivers. I'm like, that makes sense with the current situation in the United States over the last month. It makes sense, and I'm glad. Hopefully, Walmart will do some rethinking on their payouts. People are starting to let them build up more. It's getting a little bit back the way it was. Let's knock on wood. It continues to do that. I don't. I still do Spark, but in all honesty, this is my 2/3 full time job. Spark is my 1/3 job. You know, it's a little. It's 3/4 Amazon stuff, 1/4 delivery. But I tell you what, I don't miss filling up my car twice and 3 times a week. Pizza was easier. The location lost most of their good people, and the turn was happening so fast. After that, I couldn't even get to know any of them to get the hookup. Yeah. Yeah, there's probably 3 still left at this Walmart. And then the other ones may have been there. I just never saw them. But there's about 3 that's the only ones left. They hired a bunch of new people. Oh. That's a Brian. Yeah, at the other Walmart, I could start pulling in, and that your name pops up on the computer, so they know who's coming to get it, and they knew me. So there was a few times where I hadn't even checked in, and they was rolling out to my car. That was pretty good then. Still very windy outside. The Walmart up here, they just built a new RV campground, and on the end of the big parking lot, not next to Walmart, but because there's Walmart and then like a row of buildings, but behind those buildings is just open land. You know, there's a few trees, but across the way over there, it's a new RV park. That field is full of Walmart sacks. I mean, there and then out by the highway. I don't know. I don't know if Walmart is responsible for going and picking up all those bags. I mean, there's a bunch of them. It's almost like somebody just took cases of them and just started throwing them up in the air. I was talking to Emily today, though, on as far as this type of work. I said, I feel worthless sometimes, like I'm not working because I'm not going anywhere and not doing something. I said, I know, like I'm making money right now. I know that. But in your mind, you're thinking you need to be doing something or you're not being productive. And it's taken me some getting adjusting because before I would do a review and then I would go do some Spark and then I might work on a review later that evening. But now I'm trying. I've got stuff I've got to get done, and I'm trying to get more of that done. But it feels like I'm not being productive because I'm here at the house and I'm not on the go. And I don't know. I'm used to being on the go. And in a way, I miss it. But I don't miss sitting in the parking lot because I'll sit in the parking lot. I know a lot of people say, "Well, I'd rather make $7 than just sit." I hadn't. I'd rather just sit. No gas, no wear and tear on your car, no chances. Well, chances of having a wreck are slim to nil when you're parked. It can happen because it is a Walmart parking lot, but it's not as likely as what it is out on the road. So I'll sit until I get $16, $17, $18 order or more. Used to, it was $20 was my minimum. Then I changed it to 18. Then I changed it to 17. Now it's like 16. I won't hardly go under 16 though, unless it's on my way home. If it's on my way home, if it's $9, I'll take it. I don't care. If I'm going home, I'm good. Yeah, I'll just say it. It's not worth it. I can watch YouTube because I've got my little holder up there on the dash now that I can hold my tablet. I can watch that, and sometimes I can play uh, gin rummy on the Facebook game thing, which they did have a tournament going. I don't know if they still do. Anyway, but yeah. Now next week I've got a wagon coming. I've now got a fishing backpack coming, and there was something else because all three of those will require me to go into town to our little city lake where I do some of those reviews, and I can knock all three of them out right there. So I'm, I'll probably be selling this fishing backpack. It's a nice one, but I gave one to my grandson, and then the next one I kept for myself. Now, this one's going to get sold, but that buoy where that flea market there's a nice bass fishing lake about 5 miles from there. That town is known for that lake, so I don't have any doubts that backpack will sell. And it's funny, there's been a couple of things that I mismarked or misquoted a price on something, and as it turned out, I sold it more than what it cost on Amazon. Not on purpose. It was like, oh crap. Well, I have an Eddie Bauer backpack. I use a tackle box once in a while if I know I'm going to doing a lot hiking around the lake. Yeah. Well, I got that electric scooter, and that was my whole thing about keeping this backpack is because there's a couple of lakes that I go fishing at, or I used to anyway, that you could ride that electric scooter, and you would have to either put some PVC pipe on there to stick your rods in, like downriggers. If you're a fisherman, you know what I'm talking about. Um, and then try to figure out how to hold a tackle box. But now I've got that, so I can just put that on and go. It'll be nice, and hopefully, man, I was so wanting to go to Colorado, but it's March, and it's fixing to be summertime. But every time I get a little money built up, something happens, and I don't know. It's going to work out one of these days, though. If things will keep rolling, this year could be a little change for me as far as financially. It's hopefully looking better. But if the car don't break down or a new set of tires, that's what happened to me this last time. I had to buy a new set of tires. Then I wound up having to move. I hadn't planned on moving, but wound up moving. Then my dryer went out, but I lucked out on the dryer because an old friend gave me a dryer, so that worked out. But moving in here, I had to buy a refrigerator. Of course, you know, you got all your deposits, my utilities. The electric bill killed me. I don't know that I'm going to be in this house next winter. The house is okay. It's an old house, but it's got good bones, you know. It's not bad. Plenty of room for me. But that electric bill, man, and maybe, well, the kicker is he don't have insurance on this house. I was going to say, maybe we'll have a storm and it'll zap the air conditioning unit and it'll have to replace it. But he don't have insurance on this house. I found out on that with the storage shed because I thought he could make some money on that storage shed. You know, you know what I'm saying. But he don't have no insurance on it. So anyway, I guess they'll have to replace it, but my understanding is a central unit inside and out is about $15 to $20,000 now. But I don't own the house. If I own the house, I would have insurance on it. I'll figure it out. I just can't imagine not having insurance on a rent house. You don't know what kind of people is going to be in that house. They might fall asleep smoking, and might be cooking things that they're not supposed to be cooking and blow off the back half of the house. Or it's what happened to the shop. From my understanding, is it caught on fire and they didn't report it to the police, didn't report it to nobody. The fire department come put it out and they had it hauled off, and then they put that little storage shed in. But I couldn't imagine. I don't trust. I would want insurance on a structure insurance on a house I was renting. I'm fixing to get off here too. It's 10:02. I've got to edit those two security cameras and then try to get that headlamp done. And I'm good for the rest of the night. So maybe by midnight I'll be done. Anyway, thanks for coming by, Tim. Don't get blown away out there. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else is still here or just hanging out and listening to me and Tim ramble, or me ramble. And what is it? It's funny. Oh, it's this little table. I was like, there's a tripod, but it's on top of a printer stand, which I'm trying to sell that, but nobody's. I probably need to lower the price on it. I don't need it. Supposed to add another one coming, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, I am going. If there is anybody left here, I am going to go get busy. I'm going to get off here. I'm thinking I'm going to go to bed. I mean, that ain't going to happen. We all know that. Most of y'all know my sleeping habits by now. I'm a late nighter. I was like, Ray's a late nighter too. I wonder where he's at. I haven't really been on YouTube much, so I don't know if he's been running some live streams or not. Anyway, I hope everything's good with him. Anyway, he'll probably be here tomorrow night. As far as I know, I'll be over on Dash and Grandpa at 9:00 tomorrow night. Unless something comes up. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off here and get busy so I can make myself feel productive. Actually, I might find me something to eat while I'm editing. I only had a few chips. So anyway, hope y'all have a great night and a better tomorrow. And if you are bored and got nothing to do tomorrow evening around 9:00, check over on Dash and Grandpa's channel. I may be there. Probably will be. We'll see. Anyway, thank y'all for coming by, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.